What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuning in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new episode for everybody, episode 85. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Wish I was on the Cleveland Browns right now so I can get an extension. They paying everybody, man.
$340 million given out in guaranteed money this year.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'll take 10 guaranteed real quick for a 2-year deal. I'll take that.
I'd take 1% of that.
I mean, that's a.
Hey, I mean, $3.4 million. I'm good to go.
Yeah, maybe they're making a change, man. Maybe they're figuring, hey, letting people know we're paying over here. So in case if you want to be a free agent, you know where to come.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to get people to come to Cleveland, right? Pay them the cash. I mean, they got the quarterback.
Yep, they just need the weapons.
They need the weapons.
I mean, they pretty much got their defense locked up. They need another receiver or two. I mean, they got the run game. I mean, they're gonna be a good position, but it's gonna be tough. It's hard to win in the NFL. It's not like just because you have one superstar, you're guaranteed to win games.
Nope, ain't that the truth?
Since we're on the Browns, I mean, your boy Denzel Ward. I mean, he got paid, highest paid corner in the NFL. They got the highest paid cornerback and highest paid quarterback. Is what's the name of the highest paid defensive end, pass rusher?
Myles Garrett.
Garrett, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
He will be, I'm sure. I think, I don't know when he's due for a contract, but if I were him, I'd be
trying to get it right now. You're trying to get it right now. Yeah, I need an extension, man. This is ridiculous.
I think he got an extension last offseason, but I think that he got outdone this year.
I don't know, man. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to ask. I mean,
no, it does not. That's for sure.
Because maybe there's a way for him to get another extension and get more money, and then also for them to take a lesser cap hit. But who knows?
Yeah, he signed a 5-year, $125 million deal. It goes into effect this year.
And then what was the guarantee on that? What, like 60?
Guaranteed at signing 44. Yeah, Cole guaranteed $100 million.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm going if I'm a player. I'm going to Cleveland. Even if y'all give me a 10 mil, I'll take that guaranteed.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're moving in a strong direction. They're trying to force, I don't want to say force the issue, but they're trying to make it known that they're trying to improve. It's going to be interesting to see once that season starts, especially if Watson he gets suspended for some games or not.
Mm-hmm. And still trying to figure out what to do with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, who knows where he's going to go. He's talking about he wants to go to Indianapolis, but I mean, they got Matt Ryan. I don't think he's going to start over Matt Ryan.
I think he just wants to get out of Cleveland at this point. I mean, I'd assume that Cleveland would love to just hold on to him as a backup just in case, Deshaun Watson gets suspended. But I think in the end, he's not gonna play for Cleveland. I think he'll hold out.
Yeah, but it's not really many places for him to go. Even if you look at Carolina, I mean, I think Carolina or the Lions, I think they're setting trying to get Malik Willis. I don't think maybe he'll be a backup plan. Let's say for Carolina. Mm-hmm. Maybe they just keep him on the roster, man. But as I said, I think maybe they just waited out until the trade deadline to see who needs the quarterback. That's probably when you get more value for him. If team panics and wants to try to stay in the playoff hunt or try to upgrade at quarterback.
Yeah, I think if a move's going to be made, they make it here in the next week or so with the draft starting next Thursday.
We're going to wait and see, especially if there's any pre-draft trades too. So, I mean, we mentioned it. Boy, Malik Willis moving up the draft boards. Some people got it projected going second overall. Interested to see what happens. Because normally it's a bunch of quarterbacks that go high, but this year is really only one quarterback that separated himself from the bunch. That looks like he'll probably go in the top 10. It's going to be interesting to see who tries to move up to get him. If he doesn't go, let's say the 2, 6, or I think they have or 8.
Yeah, he has moved up draft boards. I don't know about him. I think it's just a kind of a weak quarterback draft, and he's the cream of the crop for what's there. I don't know if I'm wasting the second number 2 overall pick on him, but again, I think the draft overall isn't stellar. I think there's, some decent players, but none of that like really high end talent. I don't think outside of some linemen and a really deep wide receiver draft. So if I'm at 2, if I'm Detroit, do you look to trade out and try to scoop up some more picks and you probably don't have to move that far down the draft board, and you can still get someone that can help you this year.
Yeah, but that's what I said. If you're Detroit, I mean, I'd be willing to move anywhere in this draft. Definitely get more picks because, I mean, you got a lot to rebuild on, especially, if you were able to get multiple first-round picks and get some offensive linemen. I mean, they need a lot of help.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they need to draft the whole team, but they pretty much need to draft the whole team. I mean, they got a decent running back, no real receivers, no tight end. No, I think they have a tight end. What's the name? Henderson?
Oh, Hawkinson, T.J. Hawkinson.
Okay. Yeah, and then
and they got DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams at running back. Plus, they got a rookie that's decent. They had a rookie last year. So and at wide receiver, yeah, I mean they got Aquamenius St. Brown. Is that his name? Aaron St. Brown? I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't know who.
The kid that turned it on late in the year. Other than that, I think that they need to bulk up on wide receiver. They need line. They need defensive help. So I think you're right. If they can trade back and can somehow get multiple,
second round picks or something.
Yeah. Help them build that team.
Yeah, because I think if they build it right, they put themselves in a position to be in the race as far as in the NFC, because Aaron Rodgers is probably not going to be there that much longer. And there's no other people in the division outside of you got Chicago with a young quarterback, but outside of that division's up for the taking if they do it right. So
yeah, I agree.
But they had issues with building it. So
yes, they have.
We're gonna have to wait and see what they do, man, with that number 2 pick. Then your boy Gilmore, he signed with the Colts. I don't know how to feel about that.
I think it's a good signing by the Colts. It's not a ton of money, $10 million guaranteed. So basically, he's guaranteed for this year. I think he's still got some juice in the tank, I think, and their cornerbacks were horrific last year. So outside of they had a pretty good defense outside of that, I would say. So I think if they can, if he can give them something, I think anything helps.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm a cornerback, I'm probably going to go to a better team, a team more likely to make it further in the playoffs. Because I don't know how Matt Ryan's going to pan out over there. I mean, even though he's not a bad quarterback, I mean, he doesn't really turn over a lot. I mean, they got the weapons, they got a good offensive line. I just couldn't see him getting to the Super Bowl with that roster.
No, probably not. But I think they're going to be competitive.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, he probably was looking at, I want to be on a competitive team and I want to make as much money as I can, because this is probably it for him, to be honest. I mean, he may get another, 1 year, one of those 1 year, $5 million deals like a Richard Sherman, but this is his last, I think this is his last multi-year deal. I mean, he's 31, 32. So
yeah, corners don't go past that.
They don't. You lose that lateral movement, you lose the speed, and then that's it. Dion was really the only one that made it, and he was physical and fast, so he had both. He had both of them.
Yeah, but his fast was super fast, and then when he
right, exactly.
When he got older and got slow, I mean his slow was still fast. So I mean he was one of those freak athletes. So. And that great technique. So I think when you have those things going for you, it's kind of hard to fall off, like on a big drop. Kind of like LeBron. He's just is a physical specimen. And your boy Sammy Watkins, he signed with the Packers. I really don't like the signing. I don't think he does anything for the Packers. I think they still need to go 2 receivers with those first 2 picks.
Yeah, I think they probably still will go to receivers there, but yeah, I mean it gives them a body. I think Rodgers can do a lot with a little. So like I said, just gives them someone out there, even if it's just a veteran presence. But yeah, I don't think Sammy Watkins is anywhere near what he used to be.
Yeah, I felt like he fell off after he left Buffalo. I feel like he wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, he was never really the same after that.
Had a lot of potential.
Yeah, he always had the speed. I don't know, it was either he was hurt or the hands weren't there, or I don't know. It was always something.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he has a bounce back year, but I don't think it'd be much of a bounce back. But I mean, you never know. I mean, because Rodgers, he'll get you the ball, so you have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Then your boy Dan Snyder, more allegations. They said that the team was holding money that was supposed to go to like the NFL pot to like fund other things. Then they said they were doing like let's say they were having a concert or NFL games. They would say they'd be sold out of the regular seats, and only seats you can buy are like the more expensive seats or the like box seats. And then after those get sold out first, then they would release like the general seats. A lot of shadiness going on, man. What's up with your boy, man?
Oh, you're not my boy.
They gonna get him. They gonna get him out of here or what, man? How many strikes?
They got to be trying. I think everybody's tired of this guy. I think the owners included. The fans definitely are. The players are. You know, to me, like if you're that hated, and I know these guys, it's like an ego thing, but like at this point, like just sell the team, make your cash, and go away. Go hide on your yacht somewhere. You don't need the team. It's a toy. It's a toy for Snyder. He doesn't need it.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I don't understand, man. Like how many strikes this guy has to get in order for people to realize he should not be an owner. So I'm looking forward to seeing what if they do get him out of here, who they open it up to, because we still don't really have any minority owners in the NFL yet. So
yep, yeah, I think they'd probably make a push for it, to be honest. I mean, Shad Khan is, I would guess, a minority owner, right? Down in
but I mean, black
I
owners.
got you. Yeah, I think that they'd probably make a push for that.
I mean, we're gonna have to see, man. It's a hard club to get into, and then I feel like some of the people with the money don't really care too much for it. So hopefully, they just do it just to do it. I don't want to say do it to just do it, but just set an example. Then on to the NBA. I mean, we got the playoffs kicking off in full effect. But before we get to that, we got your boy Smart. He won Defensive Player of the Year. I know you guys were jumping for joy after that.
Yeah, he was probably the best defensive player on one of the best defensive teams in the game. I mean, hard to argue against it. I mean, I know that Rudy Gobert is always in the conversation. I don't know if it's one of those things where he just gets overlooked because he's just that good defensively. And
he's in Utah.
Yeah, he's in Utah. And I think everyone's sick of this Utah team, to be honest. I mean, take Defensive Player of the Year for what it's worth. I mean, it's usually a role player outside of the years that Jordan, Kobe, and I think LeBron won it one year. No, he didn't. Maybe he did. Anyways, I think that he works hard on it. It's one of the reasons that the Celtics love him, outside of his crazy shooting at times and ill-timed decisions offensively, is that he can lock down defender. I mean, I know he got not great timing because he got smoked by Kyrie in in game one, but he's had a really good year. And again, outside of between him and Rob Williams, they've really solidified that Celtics defense and kind of help help the resurgence in getting them back into the top half of the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time a guard won it. It's been too long. I actually thought Bridges was going to win it from what I was hearing. That's what some of the players were saying. But I feel like Marcus Smart's always in there every year. Him, Gobert, and then Giannis. But I mean, I feel like I feel like we were rotating, giving people the just due that they needed for defensive player. I mean, it's the same guys. I wish they were all able to get it sometimes, but only one got to win.
Yep.
And then we had your boy Kyrie flicking everybody off
multiple times. Yep, telling kids to suck his dick, all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But that one I thought it was hilarious because I didn't expect it.
He's just like such a child, dude. It's like unbelievable. He's not stupid. He knows cameras are always on him. He knows people are looking at him, right?
I think he just doesn't. I don't want to say doesn't care, but he just doesn't.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, but I feel like he operates his own like drum. So he whatever the mold is, he's going against that mold. But I mean, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming out of his mouth. I thought it was hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I don't like mind when players, kind of talk trash back to the fans or do all that. That's fun. And to be honest, I don't really care about, the flipping people off, like whatever. But just like doing it the whole game, like I
thought it was funny because the way he was trying to do it, like he made it seem like he was scratching his head. He don't realize people have cameras
He knows. No, he knows. He's not a dummy.
But I mean, I feel like now that people know that they can get to him, they're gonna really go at him. This game too.
I mean, he played really well. So even if they got to him, he still scored 39 points. I think where it kind of bit him a little bit was in that last possession.
Mm-hmm.
They double teamed him, and he wanted that dagger shot, and I think he held it too long and was late on getting it to Durant. Durant had to force up a bad shot.
Yeah, because he did have a shot after he shook off one of the defenders.
He did.
To the side.
He did. But yeah, I again, like it was just kind of amusing. I think regular season he probably gets suspended a game. Just because I think if it was one thing or the other, I think he gets away with it because he was just like yipping all game, flipping people off, telling kids after the game to SSD. I think they just had it. I was just like, come on, dude. And I wonder what happens in the next, tomorrow night, because what this is going to do to the Boston fans. It's going to fuel them even more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to be doing suck my dick chants. They're going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're going to be going at them. So.
There's going to be a lot of fingers flying his way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if they make the refs like kind of make him calm it down, like if they see him getting into it, like if they try to give him a technical or something like that. That's going to be interesting to see too.
Yeah, and I think I think you're right. I think they'll probably try to cool it out a little bit, but I don't want to hear anything from Kyrie after this game about the Boston fans being mean to him because he gave it right back to him.
I just thought it was funny, man, because I didn't see that coming, man. And then speaking of that, we got game 2 coming up. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling confident? I mean, it came down to a buzzer beater. What's your predictions for the next game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good. I mean, they had them kind of right where they wanted them in the third quarter, and they played some lackadaisical defense to start the fourth, and they got right back in the game. They were up 15 late in that third period, so I think they can still play better. Obviously, not having Rob Williams at the rim kind of hurts them. And again, like Durant was, I would say fairly quiet, but he can get a shot whenever. It's just gonna be a tight series, man. I would, I still think Celtics in 6, but I think it's just gonna be one of those series where it's like a 5-point game either way. The whole series.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this game. It's hard. It's kind of hard. You guys did a great job of shutting down Kevin Durant. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he comes out next game, if he comes out really aggressive or if he comes out as normal. I think he's going to have to come out really aggressive just to match if Kyrie has a good game, makes him harder to beat. I mean, we mentioned this before. They're going to have 4 great games, both of them at the same time in order for them to advance to the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting. I hear the longer the series goes, the more likely Ben Simmons comes out, but who knows with that, man? Yep.
No, I hear you. I think that Durant's going to come out. I mean, he's been trying to kind of calm everyone down here. Even today, he was just saying that the Boston fans just they're like they just loved Kyrie, and now they're upset that he's gone, and Kyrie's got to deal with it better, and I feel like he's trying to play peacemaker, which is usually not what he does. He usually likes to stoke the fire a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he needs to come out, get a good game going, and if they can if Kyrie plays like that the whole series, it's gonna be tough.
Oh yeah. The thing is that it's about the others for them. Because both him and Durant can have a great game. They can put up like 80 points between them. But if nobody else is doing anything, you're looking at if you get over that 100 points, pretty much an easier win for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the other games, we had we got the Heat. Heat playing Atlanta. The Heat are up 1-0 right now. The Heat and the Hawks are going back and forth right now. I don't think Atlanta could beat them, man. I think Trey can do it, man, but he's gonna need help, and I don't see anybody on that team else helping him to try to win 4 out of this 7 games against Miami.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think Atlanta can probably hang tight, but I just think Miami's got too much firepower for them, and
deep.
much like Trae Young has to be perfect for them to even have a sniff at it. So yeah, I think Miami probably I would say gentleman's sweep here. 5 games.
Yep. And then the other games, we got the Bucks and the Bulls. I think that's going to be a sweep too, man. I don't think the Bulls have enough firepower to to beat the Bucks, even though they did play them good the last game. But there was a lot of fouls called, man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fouls just in general in the postseason so far over these first few days. So yeah, I think that I like the Bucks.
Yeah, and then the other games we got the 76ers in Toronto. That's another probable sweep. I mean, Scotty Barnes is out. I don't know if he'll be back for game 3. I think they coasted by Toronto too, man. I thought Toronto's gonna put up more of a fight.
Yeah, I did too, and I think them getting hurt and Embiid just dominating last night. I think it's gonna be a tough one for Toronto.
Mm-hmm. And then the games he didn't have to dominate. I mean, Maxey helped out the first game.
Maxey was great last night too.
Yeah, and Tobias Harris. So now all of a sudden they want to show up, but bastards.
You've been betting them all year, Rich. They finally decided to show up.
Yeah, then freaking James Harden cost me that bet too the other night. Yeah, and I knew he wasn't going to score 20 points, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 15, and he scored 14.
That's great.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them in the next round. I think they're gonna move past Toronto quickly.
Yeah, I think this could be a sweep or a 5-gamer. So who's the guy who can't play in Toronto? Is it Maxey or is it one of them? One of them can't play.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's gonna make a big difference, to be honest. But
yeah, that's the thing, because even if Toronto gets one, I mean Philly's got the home court, so even if they got both, I mean the next 5 and 6, what would it be? 5 and 6 would be back in Philly, so.
Yeah. Nah, it's the 2-2-1-1-1.
Oh, okay. I thought they only did that with the finals and. No,
I think they do it the whole time.
Oh, but still, I don't think Toronto has much of a chance because they can't. They don't have anybody that really can stop Embiid, and then they still haven't figured out how to guard Maxey yet.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Then James Harden just lollygagging up the court, getting to the next round.
That's what he does, man. He's just saving those hamstrings for the next for round 2. Because
round 2 is going to be a real matchup. So
they're going to have the Heat most likely. So yeah, I think that'll we'll see what they're made of then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Same old Philly, or are we going to get new Philly?
I mean, they got to go new Philly because Miami's going to bring it. I mean, they got the defenders, great defensive team. They got the weapons. They're deep. Mm-hmm. And B's going to have to come out, I don't want to say have to do 40 a game, but definitely in the high 30s or in the 30s because they're going to be, he's going to have to get people in foul trouble. He's going to have to make it hard for them as much as they're going to make it hard for them because he's the only one that they can't guard, but everybody else they'll be able to stop or guard. And we know we've seen the issues with Tobias Harris doesn't show up at times.
Yeah.
And then they got multiple people to defend Maxey, so.
Yep.
Then on the West, I mean, we got the Suns and the Pelicans. Suns are up 1-0. That's another sweep I'm seeing. Another gentleman sweep, like a 4-1.
I think it's just a straight sweep in this one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think they should bring back Zion, but they're probably not. They're just going to sit and rest him. But I don't see him playing for them ever again, man.
Yeah, I was listening to some things about him this morning. It does kind of at this point seem like he's making a business decision.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he wants to be there either, man.
No.
As long as he comes to New York, I'll be fine with that, man. Then we got Memphis and the Timberwolves. I mean, we got ourselves a series here. This might go a game 7. I mean, 2 young teams, first times in the playoff in a while. I think definitely Memphis is going to punch them back come game 2. But this is one of those things I can see it go 7 games.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is a big game tonight for Memphis. And I think not that they can't come back and win 2 on the road, but I think it's just big for their kind of psyche, self-esteem, all that good stuff. So, yeah, this is definitely one they can go 7. Like we said before, these teams are kind of built similarly. Mm-hmm. Probably an unfortunate matchup for Memphis. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of those series to watch. Both 2-7 series are going to be good ones.
Oh yeah, that's what it seems like. Those will be the longest series out of the first round of those 2-7 matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the 3-6. We got the Warriors and the Nuggets. As much as I love both teams, it's going to be over for the Nuggets, man. Warriors is just too much. That new def lineup they got is dangerous. They got Steph willing to come off the bench, which is ridiculous. It's coming off the bench.
34 points in 23 minutes last night.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to do that and reserve himself as much as possible, as we get deep into playoffs, I mean, there's definitely going to be a problem. I mean,
Jordan Poole keeps playing like he's playing. Yep.
Yeah, he's playing great, man. He's giving us some great minutes on the floor. This is kind of like I don't want to say they're looking like old Golden State before Kevin Durant came in there, but where they were like super deep. But I feel like they're even deeper now.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think you saw Jokic get frustrated last night, get ejected.
It's like, God damn it.
Denver just doesn't, I just don't think they have the firepower to stay with Golden State. And Golden State may be one of the better 3 seeds you'll ever see. So I think this one is probably a 5-game series. And, do your best to, I think Golden State at this point is really just trying to stay healthy and hopefully get to the Western Conference Finals where they can take on most likely the Suns is my guess.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm Golden State, I'm trying to finish them as soon as possible.
Yep.
So I get this rest.
Get your rest. Yep, exactly.
While all these other teams are still playing, because I mean the next round they'll probably be seeing Dallas or Utah.
No, it would be
Memphis or Minnesota.
Yep.
I know Memphis gave them some problems, but I mean it's gonna be fun to watch, man. I don't want to say the playoffs really start the second round, but it kind of seems like this playoffs really start the second round where we're going to see some of these matchups that we wanted to see throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the 4-5 matchup. We got Dallas and Utah that tied up 1 apiece. I don't know, man. I think Utah did what they were supposed to do, but I felt like they should have. You got to get both those games when before Luke comes back, though.
Yeah, it's a big miss for Utah. I mean. You have their best player out, and you take game 1, but I still think you're right. I think you got to take game 2 there. I just think that he comes back and he changes the whole dynamic of that team.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, and that's the thing that's been haunting Utah. I mean, they've been great during the regular season. Become playoff time, they just haven't been able to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. They've been having some crazy games in Utah when they've been playing some teams. So, Donovan Mitchell going off here and there. Like when we had Utah and the Nuggets going back and forth with Mitchell and
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, when they were going back and forth with the 40-point games.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I'm looking forward to hopefully him and Luka, they give us some of that coming game 3 and the rest of the season. Because that's the only time we'll see Utah. Then we got MLB kicking off. I mean, season in full effect. How you feeling about the Yankees, man?
Their offense is a disaster. I feel like we're back in the postseason last year, and they can't get any hits. Bad series loss to the Orioles over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And then try to get a fresh start tonight and start things over. They get off to a decent start, and Garrett Cole can't get out of the second inning. So yeah, not great. I think they got some bright spots on their team. I think the bullpen's been pretty good overall. It's just, man, that the bat's got to wake up. You can't be taking, getting 1 run against the Orioles on Sunday.
Yeah, but maybe this is due to the not really there being a preseason. Guys aren't able to get warmed up.
But usually it's not. Usually it's not hitting. Usually it's pitching and fielding that takes a little bit. I think the hitting is usually there. Those guys hit all off season, so. I
don't know. Maybe some of them ain't been hitting, man. You never know with some of the things going on now. I mean, so much stuff to do outside of sports. If you're a professional athlete that you can get into that will take you away from the game. But, I mean, as of right now, I mean, they're 5-5, pretty much middle of the pack. I mean, the whole AL is pretty much around the same. Some of the top teams like 6-5, 5-5. So. I mean, we're still in the mix. The boy Vlad did hit like 3 home runs the other day, then struck out 4 times the next game. But I mean, he's the real deal, man.
Yeah, he's something else. He's definitely scary. I think that Toronto lineup is just really scary in general.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get some decent pitching, I think that they're going to be a serious problem.
Oh yeah. Right now, I mean, they're only like a game up to 6-4, so hopefully they can carry it, keep the momentum going. Because I think whoever can separate early is going to help themselves up, set themselves up lovely come later on in the season.
Yep.
Then on the national side, we got the Mets killing it right now, 8-3.
Mm-hmm.
Second best record in the division, or in MLB right now. Of course, the damn Dodgers are number 1, 8-2.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all saw that coming, but I think the Mets start is surprising. I mean, their best pitchers on the IL to start. I think that if they, I think just a surprise there. I'm shocked. I think Lindor's playing better to start the season. He was kind of a bust last year.
Yeah.
They've been good, and I think the Dodgers. I think we all knew that they were going to be a problem. That lineup is stacked. They got great pitching. I just think it's they're the team to beat. It's the Dodgers and everyone else in the NL for to me.
Yeah, I mean the Giants are right behind them. We came back. The Rockies surprised me. They're 7-3. And then the Padres are 7-5. I mean, that's a tough ass division, man. You got teams first place 8-2, then you got 7-3, 7-3, and 7-5. Pretty much leading. If leading you got four of the five top teams are in the same damn division in the NL right now. But it's just still early. But I mean, if this is any indication of how the season's going to play out, it's going to be a long, tough season for them.
Yep. No, agreed.
That time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right. So for tonight, did a baked orzo caprese with fried chicken. So
okay.
I think you'll like this one, Rich. So it's really easy. Caprese, obviously, just basil, tomatoes, and mozzarella cheese. But the fat, this one you take the tomatoes, grape tomatoes, throw them in a pot, throw some shallots, some garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, some chili flakes, mix them all up, toss them in the oven, get those tomatoes roasting, blistering. Then you throw the orzo, some pepperoncinis, which I thought was interesting, and some pesto, and then put a water in that, mix it all up. Throw it back in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then let that bake out, and then add the cheese on top. So you put a bag of mozzarella cheese on top. Then cook that for about 10 minutes, and voila, you got your orzo, your orzo caprese there. And then I just did a basic, chicken breast, fried chicken, a little salt, pepper, flour, fried it in a little Kerrygold butter and olive oil. And then threw that on top of the orzo, and pretty quick and easy meal.
Oh, nice. Now, did you use the whole bag of mozzarella, or are you just saying just
No, I use the whole bag.
Damn, that's a lot of cheese, man.
That was a lot of cheese. I figured you'd like that though.
I don't know. I don't really care too much for mozzarella outside of pizza. I feel like I don't really eat mozzarella and other stuff outside of pizza. Nah, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really only pizza. Occasionally you'll see it. You'll see me eat it with other stuff, but mostly pertains to pizza.
Mostly pizza. I'm cutting back on my cheese, but I used to like it just little mozzarella, olive oil, salt, pepper, and some cucumbers. Thought that was pretty good.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the little. I don't want to sound racist, but the little white people dish when you guys take the slice of the mozzarella on top of the tomato.
Yeah, that's the caprese. You just put a little basil on there and drizzle it with some balsamic, and boom, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, what is this? Like, what is going on here? Y'all just putting cheese on tomatoes? Like, where the burger at?
Where the burger at?
But I ain't gonna lie. After I had it, I was like, oh, this is a cute little appetizer, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then what would you guys drink that down with?
So it's the one we were talking about, the 11%er.
Oh yeah, in the group chat.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's a beer from Burlington Beer Company up in Burlington, Vermont. It's called A Fistful of Bees. So it's an 11%er. This came up because our dear departed friend Tom, who used to be on the show, was drinking a 10% beer from BBC. I think it was the Castle in the Clouds, which is also a pretty good one. But I had gotten an 11%er from one of my friends that was up there. So it's a honey triple IPA. It's some of these triple IPAs that you get at times are pretty boozy and not really drinkable. Mm-hmm. This one was pretty smooth. You don't really get that boozy taste. I think they do a lot to put some floral flavors in there, and then they definitely add a lot of fruit flavors. So you get kind of a lemon, orange, citrus type of flavor. And this one, I believe that they do use some honey from some bee honey as some of their sugar that they turn into the alcohol. So overall, I'd say it was pretty good. I mean, I think, like I said, you have one of these and you're probably, already set up right for the night. So, yeah, I'd probably give it a 7. I just, to be honest, I just don't love when when the ABVs are that high.
Mm-hmm. Because you feel like you just want one and done.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can also be one of those people that don't feel the effects right away. You go for another one, and all of a sudden,
then you're in trouble.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like you just have 4 or 5 beers.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, back in the day, that was nothing. But I mean, at our age now, that's like probably our limit now.
You got tomorrow to think about, Rich.
Yeah, I know. You got to work and stuff. Back then, we could skip class or get to know some sort. We can't do that.
Play video games all day.
Yeah, we can't do that now, man.
No.
I thought it'd be a little bit higher because of all the little masking that had going on as far as the flavor. It sounded
that's for me. That's probably about as high as a triple IPA is going to get. Again, like I said, they're normally boozier, so I'd rate them lower. But I just don't, like I said, I just don't really enjoy them.
Gotcha. Is this one more dark or is it more just normal?
No, it's light.
Light.
Yeah, it's like if you pour it into a glass, it would look like a regular IPA.
I don't know. I have to. I feel like you gotta drink half now, drink half later, but beers don't really
get warm though either. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once beer goes warm, it's fallen soldier. It's done. That's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week, not too much to cover on the BRRs. There was finished Moonfall. It's the movie with Halle Berry and the guy from The Conjuring. I forgot his name. And it's pretty much, I'll probably give it like a 6.5. It's kind of, it's not bad. Like it's one of those movies, it's like a Armageddon-ish type movie. But then I don't want to give it away. All of a sudden you find out some stuff about the moon, and then there's aliens involved, and it just seems like the movie takes a dramatic twist once they get to the moon. They reveal all this stuff. Not that it's bad. Not that it's bad, but just all right, where did this come from? Okay. But overall, it was all right. There's not too many characters in the movie that they really focus on, besides the main characters, Halle Berry and the guy. And then there's not really much action. The moon starts crushing. Meteorites start crushing the Earth and asteroids. People die. That's what I said. It's like an Armageddon-ish type movie, but not only on Earth but in space, because stuff that's falling off the moon. But once you see what happens with the moon, I don't want to give it away. It's just wait, how do we get here? It's a crazy. I won't say crazy, but like a like you got to make a sharp turn. It was like a sharp turn plot twist.
Mm.
But I mean, if you watch it, then we can talk about it. I don't want to give it away and spoil it. But I mean, if I had to rate it, I'll probably give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't go back to watch it again. And then outside of that, I mean, they got Batman. That's out on HBO Max. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. Surprisingly good. From what the reviews I heard prior to seeing it, it's not too much action on there. It's like a different twist on Batman, more detective work, like mystery. But they give a lot of backstory as far as Batman, his parents, the city of Gotham, all the different players in Batman. Kind of giving you a foundation of what's to come.
Okay.
So definitely check it out. And you get more of Bruce Wayne as Batman rather than Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne.
Gotcha.
I feel like he barely talks as Bruce Wayne during the movie. Most of the time he's talking, he's in the Batman suit. So I mean, they definitely did a good job of that. I mean, you came to see Batman, the movie's Batman, so you're seeing Batman. Right. And occasionally you're seeing Bruce Wayne here and there, but overall, it's a surprisingly good movie. Looking forward to seeing what's to come. Hopefully, they can keep this Batman, and we don't see him for like 2 Batmans, and all of a sudden they got to reset the whole Batman damn thing again. So hopefully, that pans out.
Yeah, and then outside the styles are always different too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you get like good villains. Like the last Batman, they had some of the best villains. They had the Joker, and then they had Bane, which are some of the best Batman villains we've seen in a while. But I mean, you can't really bring back the same villains to the new Batman. It's just like it's a different Batman. He's younger,
right.
So I mean, maybe they do, maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, but who knows if those actors are still up to playing the roles or anything like that. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully they can keep it some consistency. That's been a problem with DC. They haven't had any consistency. They keep switching movies, switching people. They just need like one head honcho, kind of how Marvel has it, and he's running all the different parts of DC to make it one big picture. Kind of what they did with Kevin Feige and Marvel. So. Mm-hmm. And then checked out Abbott's Elementary. Heard some good things about it. Finally put it on. I mean, it's currently still rolling on TV. They probably on like episode 13 right now. As far as like the season on TV, it's like the Black People Office, but in like of teaching. But everybody's teachers. So if you like The Office, you'll definitely like it. Has some of that Office type comedy. And then majority of people are Black, which is pretty funny. Everybody's a teacher. So, you get those moments where they, say jokes or things are going on. And, like in the office when they like look at the camera, like, So it's great, man. Definitely check it out. Half an hour episodes. You'll breeze right through it right now. They're probably on like episode 13. So definitely check it out. Something to watch if you're looking for some comedy to fulfill those needs right now. And then outside of that, I know you mentioned you guys watched, I forget what that show was.
Oh, Dropout.
Yeah, so tell us about that. How was that?
So it's a story of Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Theranos. So it really just kind of details how she went from, growing up, going to college and getting obsessed with becoming a billionaire biotech person, and had this idea to basically, the original idea was that you could take someone's blood and then you could essentially like figure out what drugs that they needed and they could deliver it without having to go to a doctor or anything like that. It evolved a little bit, but essentially what they were doing is they were wanting to be able to put these blood testers within at first pharmaceutical, but then into like more like Walgreens, CVS, where they could take a drop of blood or a little bit of blood, test it, and figure out if you had cancer, if you were pregnant, all that. But it could do it like 190 something tests that it would run on your blood, and they could just never get it to work really. And she just kept getting people to fund her. She had a really powerful board. George Shultz, Henry Kissinger, really big names on it. She got Rupert Murdoch to invest in her company. Walgreens ultimately invested money in there. Like, she just duped a lot of people. And it's hard to tell in the show whether she wanted to actually get this done or she knew early on it wasn't going to work and she was just in it to make a bunch of money. Because there was at no point were they anywhere again, all good ideas, but like they kept saying, like the chemist kept saying was like, look, we're 10 years out on this. We need we need time. We can't be bringing this into place. It's not ready.
Right.
But she just kept pushing and pushing, and ultimately the company folded. But in the end, they took, I think, just over 900. They took over $900 million, and
Oof.
700 to 800 of it was unrecoverable.
But how much of it was like used for tests actually?
So they were burning like $50 to $70 million a year. Most of it was.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously she was taking some for herself, but I think that most of it was used for development.
But that's crazy, man. That's a lot of money to be for people to invest in and nothing turn out.
Yeah,
Maybe.
No, it was, and again, she was just so like, she's just really just like a sociopath, right? She's like kept saying, no, we have something, it's coming. It's in, they wouldn't let people in to check out their development because they really didn't have anything.
But I wonder if like, let's say 10 years down the line, if somebody revisits it, is she able to make any claims towards it?
So they had patented certain things. One of the storylines, it's William H. Macy. It's basically it was her old neighbor growing up had basically patented, had read through her patents and noticed that they were missing something, and basically went in and patented an item that she would have, in order for her to get into all these clinics, she would needed to have licensed his product to do it. It's kind of shady, but that's the game of the patent world.
Patents, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, the patents run out. I think you get 20 years, and this was probably back in 07, 08. So it's running out. I mean, it's basically like what Everlywell does now with their, with all their testing. But they're not, diagnosing diseases and things like that.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's them. Like, the idea stems from somewhere, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, so she's out on bail right now. Waiting sentencing. She could go in for up to 20 years, I think.
Oh yeah, so that's that thing is done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm just checking out some current shows. Still watching Halo. The action's died down since episode 1. I'm just waiting for it to pick up. They're just giving us a lot of story right now. I'm trying to see some action. And then outside of that, there's a bunch of other stuff I'm trying to check out. Finished what you call it, the ultimatum. They put out the other 2 episodes. I know you're still catching up on that. And then I think we have what's the name comes back? The flight attendant comes back on the 21st. Ozark comes back next week. Like next week. I know May we got some stuff coming, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Going to see Doctor Strange on like that Sunday or Saturday. I know it drops on that Friday on the 7th, 6th or 7th. So I think I'm going on the 7th or 8th of that weekend to see it. So I'll let you know how that is.
Cool.
Then I think that's pretty much it. I don't got anything else.
I think that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Rich, JD, and Tom here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.